So eventually what we're going to do is have this length of rope hanging up over some framing, some rafters, or if you're at a playground, the swing set or a jungle gym, you know, it's going to be hanging from the air. If you're doing this inside, you can get a chin-up bar that goes in a door frame and hang it over that. You won't have the full complement of exercises, but you'll still be able to do some of them. So the prusik knot gives us versatility in terms of raising everything up high to do pull-ups, swings, hanging, putting it down low to do things like push-ups or lateral pulls or rows. So that's the prusik loop. Now, we're going to tie the same exact thing on the other side of the rope. So we've got two prusik loops tied, one on each end of the rope. So again, you go down near the bottom, take either your knotted edge or your sewed up side here, and we're going to loop that through. 1, 2, 3 times. That's as simple as it is. And then pull until it gets tight. Now, what you're going to have is one end of this loop is going to be knotted around your rope. The other end is just going to be a free loop. We're going to take the free loop side and tie a figure 8 knot. And the figure 8 knot is just a knot. It's just one time around and through. So do this as close to the prusik as you can. So I'm going to put 2 fingers up against the prusik and go around, up and through. So it's just a plain old figure 8 knot. And cinch it down just like that. Now what you have is a loop, a figure 8, a smaller loop, and a prusik. Now you want this inside loop to be big enough to slip your wooden dowel through, just like that. In my case, I've tied it a little bit too tight, so I don't have quite enough room for my loop to go through easily. I'm just going to loosen up my knot a little bit and make that inner loop, the one that's closest to the prusik, just a little bit bigger. There. And for me, I've got 4 fingers stuck through there, and that seems to be just about the right width. Tighten this. Now, when this rope is hanging, you can put weight on this loop or on this loop, and it's going to hold your whole body weight up. Same thing on the other side. Go back to your other prusik, tie yourself a figure 8 knot there. Let's see if I can get a little bit of a better angle. And again, a figure 8 knot is just what, growing up, I just called it a single knot. It's not anything fancy, just one time through and pull. Get yourself about 4 fingers inside that loop and cinch it up tight. Now, the last step is we take each of these handles. The ropes are still open. We're going to feed the rope through the inner loop, the one that's in between our figure 8 knot and our prusik. This goes right through there so that it's looped through that place where we had our 4 fingers earlier. Now the 2 ends, we stick them together and hold them together, and we're going to tie another figure 8 knot. So it's just around and through with those 2 ends together, and cinch it down so that just the ends are sticking out. Just like that. Now I think you might start to see where we're going with this. I like to take that and feed it through so that the knot is by the handle, just like this. And sometimes you can even stuff that knot down into that elbow joint a little bit just to hide it. You know, it's not necessary at all. Then, eventually, what we'll see in the next video when I show some demonstrations of how I like to use this is going to be hanging from above. Now the handle is secured inside that prusik loop, and we're going to be able to use this for all kinds of body weight exercises. Same thing on the other side. We take our PVC handle, we're going to feed one end of this through the loop between the prusik and the figure 8. The other end, hold them together and tie them off with a single knot or a figure 8. And by the way, for those of you who might be watching this video, I know nothing about knot tying. I'm not a rock climber. I was never a Boy Scout. So if I can do these, anybody can. I am not a knot guy. This is all what I learned from the guy who helped me at REI, taught me how to tie a prusik, and everything else I just learned on YouTube from trying to do a little research. So now we have that end tied off, that's tight and secure. We're going to shimmy it so that the knot is down by the handle. And now the whole thing is complete, and we're ready to string it up over some kind of an A-frame, some kind of a rafter, or if you're outside, maybe a jungle gym. Probably what I'll do next is take this outside across the street to the park, and I'll throw it up over some playground equipment and make a second video and show you how to set it up properly and give you a few ideas how to use it. So that's it. That's my Home Depot home gym. Now, before I sign off for this one, let's talk about cost. The wooden dowel, I think, was about $8. It's completely optional. I wanted one, I bought it. Each of the prusik loops were $5. So now we're a total of $18. The PVC plus the elbows, I think the PVC length was about $3 and these were about $1 each, so that's an additional $7. And the rope was 10. So I'm not doing the calculations as I go. What did I say? There's 10, 20, 18, somewhere between $25, $35 for the whole thing. Alright, I'll see you outside at the park and we'll do a few body weight exercises together.